America still has Trump fighting over election results. Oh, what a grumpy loser. My God have mercy. Now, people like Trump are nothing but a big bunch of shame to their people. Americans themselves are so ashamed of Trump. The man who was so happy to be president, and now the same constitution that made him president is telling him to step aside. The man is trying to manipulate every little knob that he can lay hands on in order to remain in power illegally. Well, he calls it legally. Now, when you start twisting the arms of the people, my brother, my sister, it ceases to be legal. It becomes an illegality. Now, Trump has tried everything possible, but it looks like his cup is full. His throat is cut. He must go sit back home and never ever think about being president again, because the world is not ready to taste this kind of terrible thing again. What a racist president. What a terrific president. What a grumpy loser of a president. Now, having talked about America, did you see American observers in Ghana? Did you see American election observers in Ghana? Now, did they have the guts to do that? Did we see them here? Whatever it is, America has gone down several echelons when it comes to the election credibility table. America brought the whole world to a standstill. When Trump was ranting all over the place that the election had been stolen, when he did not have a single fact. Several times his messages were flagged down by Twitter. More than 200 times he had his messages flagged down. But in our country, they don't flag down your message, they shut down your Twitter page. Twitter is so biased, my brother, my sister. The West is so biased. When it comes to the West, they have very beautiful names. In fact, they have very beautiful names, my brother, my sister, to call very terrible things. Yes, they have very beautiful names to call very terrible things. My brother, my sister, oh my God, have mercy. We will leave the West for now and deal with our own country, Ghana. Now, somewhere in Uganda, so many things are happening. Bobby Wine is also slugging it out with the old refusing to leave Yoweri Museveni, the man who brought them the so-called revolution. And the same revolution is terrorizing the people. And a lot of Ugandans are shot point blank and killed, and nothing happens. What can you do? The laws are not working. The courts are closed. The doctors are tired. Nothing is working. My brother, my sister, so many countries in Africa have the institutions. Yes, those institutions are non-existent. Hallelujah. Should I mention it again? A lot of African countries have all these institutions, yet the institutions are non-existent. Let us come to Ghana now. Now I'm reading something from Peace FM Online, and I would like to share it with you. It says, pray for Mahama, he's traumatized. And this is credited to Pius Enam Hajedi. I hope I pronounce the name well. And I read it. Deputy Communications Minister Pius Enam Hajedi has called on Ghanaians to remember NDC's flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, in prayers. He claims the former president is disoriented after losing the presidential race again to President Nana Akufo-Addo. Now, according to Pius Enam, the trounce has exhausted Mr. Mahama, who needs to be shown love and care to help him recuperate. We must pray for him. He told Kwesi Aboagye on NITS FM's morning show, Ghana Munti. Now, the Electoral Commissioner, Madam Jane Mensah on Wednesday, December 9, 2020, declared incumbent President Nana Akufo-Addo the winner of the presidential election. As the 76-year-old Akufo-Addo beat his opponent and predecessor, John Dramani Mahama of the NDC, with 51.59% of the vote. And this one is credited to King Edward Ambrose Washmanado of the Peace FM Online. In fact, he wrote this, but the information is credited to Pius Ahazi. My brother, my sister, it is interesting when people play the ostrich. It is so interesting. It is not funny. It is stupid when little boys like this play the ostrich. Where are you leading the youth to with such careless remarks that make no sense? You have a 76-year-old corrupt president, my brother, my sister, who has sodomized the whole country with Ejapa royalties, sodomized every little person in this country with corruption to the point that he has been crowned the mother serpent of corruption. You have an old 76-year-old pretending to fight corruption president. My brother, my sister, declared winner in a Kaka Motobi elections. An election that has become nothing but a reminiscent of a chameleon, because the election results change colors every now and then, and pious little babies say Mahama is traumatized because he has lost again, and for that matter you should pray for him. If there's anybody you should be praying for, you know who it is. The person who knows the election has been stolen for him, and yet he is sitting back and trying to find a way to deal with the issues. Now, do you need to be a witch or a wizard in this country to be able to decipher that this election is nothing but crooked? Why are Ghanaians trying to play the ostrich? Sometimes you sit back and you look at this and say, is it that they don't know or they are pretending? If Mahama loses, let it be. We all will come out and let everybody know that, listen, the man has lost and it's time for him to pack up and go. This is not the first time somebody's losing an election. How would you say that Mahama is traumatized? How could he be traumatized when your 76-year-old man is not traumatized and is not exhausted? Who is younger? Who can run faster? And after the elections, you rather claim that the younger and the stronger and the healthier, all other things remaining equal, my brother, my sister, is the one who is traumatized. I'm making a point. Listen attentively. My brother, my sister, let us be very, 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 very objective when it comes to issues like this. You went in an election with a 76-year-old man looking for another 4 years to send him to 80 years, who has garnished himself with nothing but corruption and so many such promises. He had the whole nation's resources to himself as he entered into this election. My brother, my sister, and at the end of it all, he is still struggling to get a majority in parliament. They are still fighting tooth and nail to find out who has the majority and who doesn't have the majority. When your ministers and deputy ministers, arrogant ministers and deputy ministers, who thought that once they had power, that was it, and went to bed flaunting arrogance and irresponsible behavior to the same electorate who voted them into power, decided to show them the door. You're not bothered about that. Your 76-year-old president went into the election with the nation's full resources at his disposal. Mahama went into this election surrounded by slave queens. Mahama went into these elections surrounded by Okada riders. Mahama went into this election with nothing from the state. At the end of it all, the election got stolen. They ask you, bring evidence. The evidence is staring you right in the face of Mensah. Now, Mensah continues to change these elections over and over. And instead of objective Ghanaians, instead of having objective Ghanaians sit back and say, hey, we are not too enthused about the way the EC has changed the results over and over. For that matter, there is a very, very calculated calmness over this country. We want this calmness to continue whilst the election results are being forensically dealt with. But no, idiots will continue going around, yeah, and Mahama is disgraced. Oh, I see. Common sense. You should be clapping for Mahama, a broke Mahama, who went into this election with nothing. Your 76-year-old had all the resources of the nation behind him. Corruption surrounded him. Ejapa, Domlevo, kicked out of power. My brother, my sister, pretending to fight corruption. Yet, this is the mother serpent of corruption. Do I need to say anymore? He's giving you the run for your money. He's been in opposition for 4 solid years. The first incumbent, my brother, my sister, to lose an election. And he conceded and went away. Why would he not concede again? He should be able to concede. After all, he conceded when he was even in power. Now you go back with your tails in between your legs, saying that the man is traumatized and blah, blah, blah. You are only trying to build a certain atmosphere to try and cover your loss and your stealing. That's it. That's what I see. You are only trying to build an atmosphere to cover up your stealing using Mensah and the rest of those people. Nobody's a fool. Sit back. There's a calmness in the atmosphere. Let people respect that. Let people be very peaceful. But at the same time, let the lessons of the elections be learnt. What are the lessons? That all you big stomach ministers and deputy ministers who thought that by virtue of the fact that you were a minister or deputy minister, by all means you return to parliament, you were kicked out. Now Mahama was able to get several seats around him. Is this a man that you should vilify? Has he not taught you that with all the resources around you, he still came back with nothing and still gave you an election that would need you to manipulate things in order to stay aloft? Hallelujah to the bongo clippings. Some idiot will sit somewhere and say, oh, he's talking party politics. We are bigger than that. Those who know Black Rasta know Black Rasta. We don't talk partisan politics. We talk Ghana. We talk Africa. Let the spade be called a spade. And don't go around it trying to call it all sorts of names that are allotted to farm implements. My brother, my sister, let's be honest. Mahama is not even talking. But you guys cannot even jubilate. You guys are hiding in your shells. You are now trying to find out how Mahama was able to run this fast. Thanks to your stealing machinery. Thanks to you guys not trying to call a spade a spade. You are still wallowing in oblivion. But remember, there's still a long walk in the woods. I wish it will not happen, but it will happen. Because these guys are challenging a few other things here and there. Like you went to court and did. At the end of the day, so many months spent doing nothing, sitting and talking, and the country suffers. Is this what we want? We could have had some very beautiful elections. We could have had a more competent EC who would give you the results one time, bam. But no, election results keep changing. And it looks like some of the people are not even seeing these changes. Or they don't care. All they care about is that, listen, If there is war, we are ready for war. Are you ready for war? Please, can we give you a visa to Afghanistan? We don't want war. If you are ready for war, let's take you to Afghanistan. Please. So that you go there and show them your war tactics. If you are ready for war, let's take you to the war zones. Not here. It's only a coward who wants to show his war tactics in a peaceful country. If you are a true warmonger, please, Afghanistan is waiting for you. I'll leave it here. And I read somewhere that, when people lose elections, they behave the way Mahama is behaving. Oh, my brother. So if you were in the shoes of Mahama and seeing how the EC is going to and fro, would you call him a grumpy loser? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. EC, please don't announce the results yet. We have a problem and we've put it down in writing. It's a petition. Please have a look at it and then let's look at it together and work it out. EC says, okay, we got it. All right. And then finds a way of sending out members of the party, and on their way out, results are hurriedly announced. Only for the same EC to come back and claim there were mistakes. Am I the EC? So if a man like Mahama says, I am unable to accept these results until A, B, C, D are done, then you sit down carelessly, babies with no brains. Mahama is traumatized. He's a hero. Mahama is a hero. He did not give you free SHS. He never gave you free electricity or free water. He didn't give you free galamsey. He only promised you Okada. And Okada, as against all these free. I pray that they continue with the free things. That's if they are able to remain in power. Today I'm not going to talk long. I'm coughing. And for that matter, I leave it here. Continue to pray for Ghana. Ghana is our only country. Continue to pray for Africa. Those who have eyes, let them see. And those who have ears, let them see. I am not bothered about who wins the election and who does not win the election. Just let the right thing be done. After all, if Mahama wins, I will not go to Mahama and ask Mahama for any peswa. Ask the people in power if they have seen me around. If any one of them has seen me around their offices. I have no time for that. What they eat, I don't eat it. What their values are not my values. So you will not see, my brother, my sister, the goats in the lion's party. Do you get it? They belong to a certain world. And I belong to another world. So you will not see me following any one of them, whether they win or they lose. All I want is for the ghetto youth who see us and ask for pennies every now and then to be able to get uplifted. Let one man come out and say, well, I saw you in this minister's office. And then this minister, blah, blah. Then we can talk. In the interim, my name is Blakk Rasta. I appreciate you, guidance and protections.